Visiting New York City in January blends cultural highlights, calmer crowds, and budget-friendly travel. It's the cheapest month to visit the city after all. There's also time to enjoy the festive spirit and air, from the New Year's Eve ball drop to Broadway shows and discounted holiday shopping. January in New York also brings standout events like NYC Winter Jazz Fest and meaningful Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebrations, including the Freedom Run and the tribute to Dr. King at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. Check out these fun things to do in NYC in January and get tips on the winter weather in New York. Why go to New York in January? Avoid peak travel season and enjoy fewer crowds. Visiting New York in January lets you enjoy the city's vibrant culture in a more intimate and relaxed atmosphere. By then, the herds of tourists from the holiday season subside, leaving fewer crowds and shorter lines at New York City landmarks and other popular tourist sites. Expect lower rates on flights and accommodation. January in New York is the off-season for tourism, so you can expect lower hotel rates and flight costs, plus discounted prices at establishments that cater to tourists. Shopping is one of the best things to do in NYC in January, as many stores offer post-holiday sales and clearance events. You can expect to score discounts at luxury stores on Fifth Avenue, trendy Soho boutiques, and department stores as retailers rid their racks of winter inventory. This is the optimal time to grab designer threads, a brand new bed set, or stylish winter fashions. Visit early in the month to catch the dazzling holiday displays at department stores before they come down for the season. They are a real highlight of winter in New York and not to be missed. What's the weather like in New York in January? Be prepared to layer up. New York in January is chilly. Temperatures often dip below freezing, so dress warmly and be prepared for snow and ice. Average day temperature, 40 F, 4C. Average night temperature, 26 F, minus 3C. Average days of rain, 10 average days of snow. 6 top things to do in New York in January. Ring in the New Year at Times Square. If you're planning to celebrate New Year's Eve in the Big Apple, watching the ball drop in Times Square is as iconic as it gets. With close to 1 million people gathered, live performances, and a storm of confetti at midnight, this is one of the most watched New Year's events on Earth. The best views of the ball descending from One Times Square are along Broadway between 43rd and 50th Streets, or on 7th Avenue up to 59th Street. Festivities kick off at 6 p.m., but viewing areas open around 3 p.m. and they fill quickly. So arriving early is essential if you want a great spot for the countdown. See an award-winning show on Broadway. Watching world-class actors take to the stage for Broadway shows and musicals is one of the best things to do in New York in January, when lighter crowds make it easier to snag great seats for productions that usually sell out. It's also a prime chance to see Tony Award-winning favorites such as Maybe Happy Ending, Hamilton, and The Lion King without the intense competition for tickets you find during peak season. Enjoy discounted dining at top NYC restaurants. January in New York City is an ideal month for sampling the city's world-class cuisine at reasonable prices. The winter edition of NYC Restaurant Week typically begins in mid-January, offering significant discounts during less busy times of the year. 2- and 3-course specials are available at hundreds of participating restaurants throughout the 5 boroughs, from Michelin-starred establishments in the financial district to family-favorite eateries in Little Italy. The participating restaurants and their sumptuous winter menus are revealed a few weeks before the event. Saturdays are usually excluded, and many restaurants require reservations ahead of time. Catch live music at NYC Winter Jazz Fest. Jazz enthusiasts descend on New York in January for inspiring performances during Winter Jazz Fest. The 11-day festival, typically starting in the first week of January, features performances by hundreds of musicians across venues in Brooklyn and Manhattan. NYC's Winter Jazz Fest is known for its innovative lineups, from traditional smooth and silky individual performances to showcases fused with funky electronic sounds. The highly anticipated festival also hosts free live discussions on the rich legacy of jazz. Celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. New York is a great place to honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., with a myriad of events throughout the month of January. Race on trails beside the Hudson River during the annual Martin Luther King Jr. Freedom Run, an ideal event for those looking for community and fitness events in New York. Attend thought-provoking film screenings, civil rights discussions, and musical performances during the annual Brooklyn tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at the Brooklyn Academy of Music in Fort Greene. Family-friendly activities are also held at the Children's Museum of Manhattan